Success at anything will always come down to this: focus and effort, and we control both. Dwayne Johnson. Most people know him today as The Rock, one of the biggest box office stars in Hollywood, a professional wrestling legend, and a global brand worth billions. But few know where his story really begins. With fear, with struggle, with heartbreak. Dwayne Douglas Johnson was born on May 2, 1972, in Hayward, California, into a family of wrestlers. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a trailblazer, one of the first black champions in WWE history. His grandfather, Peter Maivia, was a revered wrestling figure. From the outside, it looked like Dwayne was born into success, a golden boy, a future king. But behind the scenes, life was far from golden. The Johnson family lived a nomadic, unstable life, constantly moving from place to place, chasing wrestling gigs, fighting to pay the bills. Dwayne grew up watching eviction notices get slapped onto their doors. He watched his parents struggle with money, with dreams deferred, with bitter disappointment. As a teenager, he was often angry, confused, and lost. He turned to lifting weights, not to build muscle for fame, but to build a shield against the world, a way to control something when everything else was spinning out of control. But even that would not be enough to shield him from what was coming. By high school, Dwayne had poured his heart into football. He earned a scholarship to play defensive tackle at the University of Miami, one of the most prestigious college football programs in America. He dreamed of going pro. He saw the NFL as his ticket out of poverty. But fate had other plans. A series of devastating injuries crushed his football dreams. He was benched. He lost his starting spot. And when the 1995 NFL Draft came and went, Dwayne Johnson's name was never called. No team wanted him. Crushed but desperate, he signed with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League. He packed everything he owned into a duffel bag and moved to Canada. But after just 2 months, he was cut from the team. He was broke. He was far from home. He had no job, no prospects. He had exactly $7 in his pocket. $7. That number would haunt him. That moment would define him. Standing in a dingy apartment in Calgary, feeling like the biggest failure alive, Dwayne Johnson faced a choice. Let this be the end, or make it the beginning. He chose the latter. He flew home to Florida, swallowing his pride. He told his father, "Dad, I think I want to try wrestling." Rocky Johnson wasn't thrilled. He knew how brutal the business was, but he agreed to train his son. Thus began one of the most painful, grueling chapters of Dwayne's life, and one of the most important. Wrestling wasn't glamorous in the beginning. Dwayne wrestled in flea markets, in rundown gyms, in front of crowds so small he could hear the individual jeers. He was booed mercilessly when he debuted in WWE, then WWF, in 1996 as the squeaky clean Rocky Maivia, a name meant to honor his father and grandfather. Fans chanted, "Die, Rocky, die. Rocky sucks." He was crushed. He had thought that once he got into wrestling, the doors would swing wide open. Instead, he was drowning again, hated, humiliated, ready to quit. But inside, Dwayne burned a new kind of fire, born from all the failures before. He went to Vince McMahon and asked for permission to turn heel, to reinvent himself as a villain. Thus was born The Rock, the cocky, electrifying, trash-talking superstar who captivated audiences like no one before him. The Rock wasn't just good, he was transcendent. 10-time world champion. The people's champion. One of the highest-grossing draws in wrestling history. He brought charisma, athleticism, and heart. And people loved him for it. But Dwayne Johnson wasn't done. He saw that wrestling, too, had a ceiling. He wanted more. He wanted Hollywood. Once again, people laughed. Wrestlers can't act. Stick to the ring. You'll never make it in movies. Sound familiar? It should, because it was the same chorus of doubt he had heard his entire life. And once again, he set out to prove them wrong. Dwayne Johnson started small in Hollywood. His first big break came as the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns, 2001. A small part, but it captured audiences. He then starred in The Scorpion King, earning $5.5 million, the highest salary for a first-time lead actor at that time. From there, he built a career with a work ethic that stunned Hollywood. He wasn't the most talented actor. He wasn't the most classically trained. But no one outworked him. He rose at 4 a.m. every day. He trained harder than athletes half his age. He showed up to every set prepared, humble, hungry. From action films, Fast and Furious, to family movies, The Game Plan, to TV shows, Ballers, he dominated every platform he touched. Today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, a global brand, a business mogul with ventures like Terramana Tequila and Under Armour partnerships, a source of inspiration for millions. And yet, he never forgets that he started with $7 in his pocket. He named his company $7 Productions to remind himself and the world that dreams are still possible when you have almost nothing. His life is living proof that failure is not final, pain is not permanent, limits exist only in the mind. Dwayne Johnson teaches us that it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you rise, stronger, wiser, fiercer. The big lessons from Dwayne Johnson's journey. 1. Your past does not define your future. 2. Failure is not a death sentence, it's an invitation to greatness. 3. Stay hungry, stay humble, stay relentless. 4. Reinvention is your superpower. 5. Success is rented, and rent is due every day. No matter how dark it gets, how small your chances seem, how impossible the mountain looks, remember this: The Rock was once a broke, rejected, injured football player with nothing but $7 to his name. And he became a global icon. If Dwayne Johnson's story moved you today, if it stirred something deep within you, if it reminded you of a dream you once had but buried, this is your moment. Don't wait. Don't quit. Don't listen to the doubters, the cynics, the voices telling you you can't. You can. You're not too old. You're not too broke. You're not too late. Your rock bottom can be your launch pad. Your $7 moment can become your billion-dollar legacy. The world needs your story, your energy, your light. Start now. Build now. Rise now. And when you do, remember to help someone else believe too. Subscribe for more real stories of unstoppable courage. Share this story with someone who needs a reminder that they too are stronger than they know. The Rock did it. You can too.